Hey, boys and girls, this is Egghead News Podcast Daily. I'm Tracy Spivey, and with me, as usual, Pablo. Say it twice, Solano.
Hey, what's going on,
How we doing,
people?
P?
Oh my God, I can't wait to get this started, man.
Well, listen, it's that good time of the year, but the way the studios are cranking them out, it's like every month is the good time of the year, which is a great thing, and we won't even hold off. But I want to give a shout out to my favorite Netflix or Netflix, whatever you want. You know, like Ben Affleck, but Netflix series Castlevania hit today, just like Daredevil had hit a couple of weeks back. So I'm gonna do my binging because I love those vampires and I love that father-son edict. You know what I mean? It's funny. It comes straight from the Bible. There's always a father-son dynamic going on with the human race. But anyway, let's get it off. Ladies and gentlemen, we found out today. Little quick information came out about two of Marvel's upcoming projects, but we're only going to talk about one because we really didn't hear a lot about Black Widow. Ooh, I just teased you a little bit. We really didn't hear a lot about Black Widow, but I won't even go into Black Widow yet. But it's good to know that they're looking at 2021. So if anybody's like everybody else and you're taking your little pen and paper and you're writing it down about what we're doing, plus you start trying to write Fantastic Four and you're trying to write X-Men and you're trying to write Silver Surfer on your calendar, not yet. Not yet. We just don't know yet. But anyway, here's the ones that we do know are coming up. Eternals, we got a little bit of information, and just like those wonderful guys who, as they say in the other universe, where does he get those fabulous toys? Kevin Feige has done it again. I mean, I just don't understand how any other studio does not understand. If you can't beat them, copy them.
The man
my God,
is on a platform all by himself when it comes to bringing you characters straight out of the freaking comic books.
I don't even like feeling like this. Like, I don't want to even say people saying y'all kissing the Bozak, but I'm just keeping it real.
Yo, Trey,
ladies and gentlemen,
when you sent me that, when he sent me this, he sent me a text talking about these guys are just awesome. I was like, what is he talking about? And then I saw the article. It is set millions.
Oh my God.
Millions of years ago.
I mean, it hits on a couple of pet peeves that you like. Usually Pablo likes when you're talking about a different race, a different creed, a different color. I know I sound like Charleston Heston, Ten Commandments. But when you're talking about a different creed, you want to do it off-world or off-Earth or off-Broadway or off 2nd Avenue. Or that's a New York thing that we talk about. So what Kevin said was, let's go back a million years in the past. Why aren't people thinking about doing things like this? Why aren't
he not only
people
said
about,
not only did he
God.
say, let's take it back a million years ago. He's telling you we're gonna go to a time we've never really even thought about. Number one. Number two, we're gonna show you a civilization with, they're not cavemen. These are the most intelligent beings that we've ever seen in a million years ago. Number three, he's going to take us to places we've never seen before.
Okay, but for all the haters out there who are now going to spit at him, Pablo, let me ask you a question, and I'm gonna just put this out there, just to make it even that you don't hate on them because they know exactly what they're doing. Okay, he's gonna go back in a million years. Can everybody else do that if they wanted to? Yes. He's going to take us to a culture and follow the comic books by point because the Celestials did create the Eternals, did create the Deviants, did create the two warring races. Can anybody else do that? Of course you can. Did you guys think of doing stuff like that? There's where the problems lie with the other studios. It's, to me, the difference between Marvel Studios and everybody else, and it's just basic, simple. You tell me, it's the thought process. These things are thought out.
Let me tell you,
not money grabs. These are not money grabs.
This is definitely this is building a history that we can look back and put it all put all the pieces together. You know what I'm saying? This is what they're giving us. They're giving us history. They're giving us everything that we need in order to catch up to where we are. We don't have to continue moving forward. We can go back.
Yeah,
and
we're
all
going
the
backwards.
seeds, and this is what Marvel is famous. They're great at doing this. They're great
They are
at
just
planting seeds.
They like building DNA.
Yo, they
building blocks. It's crazy.
They plant seeds. For example,
Let me ask you a question. Is this hard for the other studios? You can't just do this? Is this
I think
like some Willy
it's just
Wonka magic?
no. It's just bringing the right people around you that care about it as much as they do. I think that they're thinking.
They're planting seeds.
This
the DNA. They're going back in time. Guess what, boys and girls? Captain America: First Avenger will not be the first Marvel universe movie anymore. These guys are genius.
They can go back and they
like
can
you
go
said.
forward.
But like you said, they're flushing out a history. Did anybody think of doing this? And now, once again, people are going to say, oh, why y'all kids? Listen, you tell me, is anybody else doing this? They are flushing out a history.
I mean, this is sort of one of the reasons why.
Why they're number one?
Why they're number one, but why this particular franchise worked. And I don't want to go too far deep into it, but this is why George Lucas's Star Wars worked at that time. Far, far away. Never seen anything like this.
It's in the title. It's in the
You know what I'm
opening,
saying?
And the galaxy. I mean,
This is
like
where
you
we're
always
going.
say,
This
you
is where
take
we're
us
going.
off world.
Exactly.
It's like you're always saying, you take us off world.
Escape.
Let me get
Escape.
you out of your Let me get you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
I mean, and once again, we had put up some posts, EggHeads on IG, also Twitter. We had put up some posts over a year ago. We said, and if anybody didn't know who weren't familiar with the Eternals, we said more than likely the two main characters out of the group. I mean, there's a lot of Eternals. I mean, they're like really a lot of Eternals. They're like the Inhumans. There's another thing that maybe they could salvage, but that's another story. The top two out of the Eternals will be Icarus and Cersei. And yes, Cersei is the same Cersei from all the mythologies, but now you're going to find out that the Cersei in the MCU was an Eternal, was a being created by the Celestials. She probably will have the mythological stories of turning men to pigs, or I mean, it just flushes out so much history, Pete. It's crazy. It's really crazy. And the fact that I would say to Kevin, you actually think these things out, man. I mean, this is genius.
They're taking obviously a big risk, but I believe that they're not gonna they're not gonna stray from the
But let me tell you
formula
something.
that works.
Was Doctor Strange a risk? We had that movie in 1977. I loved it. I thought it was nice and listen, I love campy old sci-fi crap that you can watch at 2 o'clock in the morning. I love that stuff. But because the first thing you know is wow, they had no money. Wow, they had no money. Back in the day, wow, they really had no special effects. They really had no special effects. He was slow measure. But look what he did with Doctor Strange. And the first thing they put on the TV promotion and marketing, because they give the films to the trailer houses, and the first thing they wanted to showcase is when the Ancient One popped his soul out. And once she did that, it just completely, in my opinion, which it is a staple in the comic books, Doctor Strange can do astral projection, but just the fact that it was done that way, where she does a karate chop, boom, right to the chest, and his soul pops out.
I'll say
You know what that did? Hey, you know what that did? I got you.
Yeah, but you know what?
Whatever hokey doke you thought this might be, I got you now.
But
you just saw a karate move.
But you know what Marvel was able to do? And think about it realistically, business-wise. Because you and me would have probably, I don't know, we probably wouldn't have, I would have never thought Benedict Cumberbatch. I would have never thought it.
You know what? I would have never. I saw
You know why they chose him, Trey?
You know why
they chose him?
They wanted Mr. Joker now, but they couldn't build a franchise with. He was offered the role first.
Who?
The man who's playing the Joker right now, boys and girls.
Joaquin
in
Phoenix?
The Martin Scorsese. Joaquin Phoenix was offered the Joker, but guess what? Marvel could only sign him to one movie. He doesn't like doing promotions. He doesn't like standing next to Robert Downey Jr. And when I say that, I don't mean he doesn't like standing next to Robert Downey. He doesn't like the work that comes with the films. When you do Marvel movies, you gotta do the show.
Joaquin Phoenix would
role. He was offered, and he turned. Yeah, he turned it down.
He would have been dope. He would have been dope.
But they could only hold them to one movie.
But
So,
they're coming
yeah,
back.
they needed a franchise player.
They needed somebody that was exceptional at what he does, and that's acting.
Okay.
He is fantastic. He knows how to bring out the character that they're trying to portray. You know what I'm saying?
Who you telling? I'm gonna get spit at. He would Star Trek Into the Darkness. He was great. Sorry. They promote. I mean, that was a Paramount thing. They messed that movie up. But him playing Khan, he was awesome. You thought he was a superior man. You believed it. You believed that the man can knock a wall down with his hand.
That's why they needed somebody to, because anybody else, not for nothing, I think Joaquin Phoenix would have been dope, but I can't think of anybody else that would have, because Doctor Strange is a character. He's not no regular cat, you know?
Yeah, but Doctor Strange, hey boys and girls, Doctor Strange is a sorcerer. He's not a superhero. Frank Castle, the Punisher, is a vigilante. He's not a superhero. And if people say, wait, what do you mean? Think about it. That's why Netflix kept him off the Defenders. And that's why even John Bernthal said, you can't put him, he's not like that. He's a vigilante.
He's not thinking about, you know.
He only
has one mission.
Not that way.
He only has one mission. He's not thinking of, you know, the struggle is there for him to not think about those things. You know what I'm saying? But what he does is kill murderers and gangsters and all that other stuff. That's what he does.
Yeah,
That's
he's
what
not after Dr. Octopus.
He ain't there trying to team up with nobody.
Stupid.
But he ain't there to team up with nobody, and that's why Daredevil, that season 2, I don't want to get far off track, but that's why that Daredevil season 2 was great, because it was never Frank seeking out someone else to help him.
Yeah.
It was always Daredevil chasing him to try to stop him from what he was trying to do.
That courtroom when he walked in, he said, did you do it? He said, yeah, I did it, and I'm going to get Real quick, before we jump on to our next topic,
I wanted to say
for those who don't know, I wasn't going to talk about the turn. I was see similar minds there. Icarus is almost like, well, basically Prince Adam, He-Man. Who would you cast? Or should Marvel do what they do great? Find an unknown. Find an unknown where the character will be more than the actor. If you try to get a big name actor to try to sell this thing, I thought they were going to go for Alexander Skarsgård, who just got the job with Godzilla versus King Kong. He's the lead actor in that movie, and the last time we saw him, boys and girls, was in 2015's Tarzan with Margot Robbie, that people found it's not terrible, but it's not great. So with a little fan casting, and I'm just going to put mine out there, as I said, Icarus is like Prince Adam or He-Man, to those who may not know, who didn't grow up on planet Earth. But to me, I think Marvel should cast an unknown. I thought maybe this is the role that they might have spotted Alexander Skarsgård. If you didn't know, that's Selvig's son. Or
if they are able to do what they did with Daredevil in terms of casting unknowns and them being able to act it, they'll pull it off.
Now,
if they make a mistake with their actors, it'll be a problem.
Cersei, oh man, you got to get somebody. Cersei, her character, she is just like, Cersei's the best. She is like she's a mix between Diana, Lois Lane, and just the funnest girl you could be with, that you could be with her and she don't have to be a woman. She's just, Cersei's great. She is just the coolest. She's the coolest chick on the planet.
This is the problem I see with Eternals. The potential problem.
That they're too big? The genetics?
No, it's more of, a million years ago. They're going back so far with totally new characters, new people. This has to be, you gotta take the dialogue, the way, the acting, the way these people think, and the way they, I don't know. It just has to be different. It has to be different.
Of course, it can't be human society. It can't be, because there were no humans.
Exactly.
There were no humans,
yeah.
boys and girls,
Exactly.
with the Eternals.
Exactly.
There were no humans.
Exactly.
So you got
I gotta escape.
Yeah.
And if they're able to do that with this, it's just another home run.
It's like the old, wow, I said this before. It's like the old 1970s sci-fi movies. You got the Eternals and the Deviants. And the Deviants went on, the Eternals stayed and populated the Earth. So did the Deviants, but they went underground. They went underground because of their appearance. The Eternals look like humanoid figures, and they could walk around mankind, and you would never know. You know these hashtags they put in all the movies. They walk among us. Yeah, but the Deviants, oh no, some of them have horns. Some of them have if they, like you said, if they pull this off right, it flushes out the future. It flushes out the MCU.
But it's also is like you're watching it, and you see where Thanos come from. You see where X-Men come from.
Yeah, you see where
But this is how genius. And I was thinking about it today on my hour-long bus ride where I think about stuff. And I'm like, with the Eternals, because I was doing some reading about the Eternals for the movie and stuff like that. I wanted to know a little bit more about him, and I watched this dude Comics Explain. He explained everything to me. And I was like, okay, Marvel is just so great at planting seeds. Even though they can't use the X-Men, you knew they were there.
Oh yeah, the mutant,
right?
Yeah, the mutant gene. Yeah,
they can't use Galactus, but you see, I'm telling you, Trey, in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, when they went to go see the Collector, and he showed them the history of the Infinity Stones, there was an image, a man screaming that came straight out of the comic books, and that was Galactus.
Galen.
Never mentioned him. Nobody said anything about it. Nobody said anything about it.
Let me ask you, what type of tone should this movie have? Should it be like Dune? Should it be like John Carter of Mars? Should it be like Star Wars? I think more than likely it probably will. It probably will be like the other Disney-owned mega giant Star Wars. To me, it cannot be like Guardians of the Galaxy.
No.
And like I said, James Gunn is now on the other side of the fence doing some other things. But what the Russos did with Infinity War, they kind of took the jokey joke stuff out of the Marvel Cosmic, which is a good thing, in my opinion. The way I like my sci-fi.
Oh yeah.
Everything's not a joke or a, Billie Jean. I mean, that's cute. I know you were introducing a rocket. You were introducing a raccoon and a tree talking. So you got to do whatever little things but enough is enough. This is supposed to be serious.
Yeah.
Star Wars has jokes.
I mean, not totally serious. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be an adventure. Something. Again, it's them doing something nobody's ever done like this, or nobody thought they would able. Like Tracy, who thought I would see this? Who thought we?
Yeah, who thought we? And the reason why I had sent boys and girls. I know you're listening, or just my aunt. They are flushing out a history. Do you know how easy it would have been? Okay, we'll just go to the next movie. We'll go to Black Widow. We'll go to Black Panther 2. We'll just keep going forward. Hey, wait a minute. Our universe starts at who? Well, after March, our universe starts at Captain Marvel. You know what? Let's go further back than that. And then I can see everybody at a ballroom table. I mean, this is genius. Warner Brothers, are you listening? Flush out the universe. Go backwards. That before Bats and Soups and Diana, there were some other heroes. But I think, remember, Warner Brothers might be doing that with their Steven Spielberg version of the Black Hawks, 1940, World War II, which is good. That's more campy stuff. Okay. Peter, the Eternals, this is going to be great. But speaking of Infinity War, let's talk about another little tidbit that came out in news today. And you tell me what this means. We found out, ladies and gentlemen, Frank Grillo, Crossbones, will be in Avengers 4. Whether it's the Reality Stone, whether they raise the dead, whether they're in the Soul Gem, or whether it's some type of time travel. But Frank Grillo will be in it. And which is it? To me, does it really even matter? Because I guess the only reason he's going to be satisfied is at the end of that movie to find out just where are we at.
There's definitely some questions for him being there.
Yeah.
Are we going to get him to be the one to take out Cap? Is he also working for a figure that was looking to attain the quantum device? Is there somebody behind the scenes that we don't know about?
That's great that you mentioned that. That's great that you mentioned that. We never found out in Civil War who he was working for. Who was he working for?
I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know why I never asked. I don't know.
Nobody never asked. You know what? We got caught. We got caught on the train.
Hydra was already done.
No, Hydra, right? Yeah, Hydra was dead. They had splinter cells, but nothing, you know. Who was Crossbones working for? You go, oh yeah, that's right.
Who were those? And who were those characters in Ant-Man working for? Are they working for the same guy?
You mean Ant-Man 1 or Ant-Man 2?
Ant-Man 2, when they were trying to get the quantum device. So there's a lot of questions there. It's going to be interesting what role he plays.
Will we see Quicksilver? Will we see Quicksilver? And if we do, I won't be shocked. I won't be shocked at anything in this next movie. And let me ask you a question. We might be getting a trailer soon. Do you want to see a trailer now? Will a trailer really tip off anything about the next Avenger movie? Can a trailer do that by just giving us scenes that everybody knows we're all going to try to put something together?
Of course we are. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, but if they're able to do it similarly to what, because remember, we've never seen Captain Marvel, and they showed us a trailer that we didn't really get into too much insight into what's going on. We got little tidbits here and there.
They're real careful with these trailers now. They're real careful with these trailers now. Before you could just plot out the whole movie.
Yeah, but for Avengers 4, we want to see the aftermath.
I mean, if they give us,
we want to see the aftermath.
Yeah, if they give us
what's being said in this film.
If they give us scenes, guys walking into a room, like what the hell is that?
That's fine.
The most
mere fact that you're seeing them in the future, or the present of what their circumstances or the next battle. We're looking into what we're going to be, what we've been wanting to see, because the last movie left
the last movie left the world like whoa, and I'm just so glad. Guess what?
4 years after.
Oh, thank God we don't have to wait 3 years. I think everybody would have been crazy. Look, I need to know what the hell's going on.
Exactly.
Say, aren't you worried about the elections? Nah, I want to know what's going on with the Avengers. With the Avengers 4. I mean, there's people who say, I'm going to sleep for a year to make sure I don't get hit by a car or get into any accidents because I cannot die without seeing this movie. I'm serious. That's how crazy it is. That's how crazy it is. I heard a rumor. It's a little crazy to me. And I don't know how they would piece it in, especially with, unfortunately or fortunately, we know the movie's going forward and the movie's going back in time. Now, where would this rumor fit in? I mean, I don't know. But apparently, at the end of this, solely said, at the end of Avengers 4, certain things are happening all over the universe. I guess it's that type of ending where we're going to see multiple things happening at once. And one of the multiple things happening at once is Ultron wakes up.
I heard that.
You
I
heard
don't know
that
what it
too.
means.
I don't know
I
what
don't know
that
what it
means.
means.
There was one
it's-
robot left. There was one robot
Yeah.
left.
For me, it's similar to the ending of that cliffhanger for Daredevil 3 with Bullseye. What happens next? We don't know.
Yeah.
He's alive. Okay, we know he's there.
Yeah.
What storyline? I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of storylines they can grab from the comic books that
Yeah.
leads into his next chapter, and that's fine. But we know that he's alive. So what? Okay, cool. Let them. They're gonna build to that. I think the first time Ultron came around, it was kind of too quick.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It was too
There was
quick.
no suspense. There was no suspense whatsoever for Ultron. For fans like us, they were like, "Oh snap, Ultron!" But for regular folks, they don't really know who this guy
Yeah, you
is.
really
It's
don't.
like,
And
you know what I'm saying?
I would reiterate to people. You guys understand? Every team, every hero has that one enemy. Blah 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 blah. Ultron is the Avengers' #1 enemy. Period. Just like Superman has Darkseid. Ultron.
Yeah.
And if Kevin Feige says, let's do it, I would say, oh my God, no. And take Ultron into space, where he goes from civilization to civilization, collecting, just like Brainiac, and then he comes back, and that's why we had the Ultron Imperial. Oh my God. He came back after visiting other galaxies. Holy shit.
So again, if they want to go that way, which I think is the right move, if they want to continue,
and plus they advance the character. He can't be just building robots.
The first iteration wasn't that impactful.
Would you say Ultron was the mustache twirling villain in that movie?
Kind of.
yeah. I hate to say that, but yeah, he was kind of. Yes, I'm gonna destroy the world. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. But Josh Whedon wrote it. And Josh is now. He's not at DC or Marvel. I don't know what Josh is doing. Oh, he's gonna do a reboot of Buffy again. I think he's doing a reboot of Buffy.